In almost every town in the world, you are guaranteed to see at least one postbox. But in Minecraft, we don't see many at all. So today we're going to ignore everything that is behind me, and instead we're going to take a look at these. These are 9 examples of postboxes from around the world that all differ very slightly, and all might make a wonderful addition to your Minecraft world. We start with the Great British traditional red postbox. This is the postbox that most people see in any relevant British drama. It has the traditional red pillar, the black base, and the white plaque on the front, wherein are kept the times of availability that the postbox is collected from. This is a public postbox and sits on most streets in the UK. In fact, it's unusual to see anything that isn't this bright red colour. Now, I've actually crafted 2 variants of the banners that go on this postbox, one with somewhat interpretive writing on it, and one that has been left blank, perhaps because the times haven't been added yet. Moving on, we have a public postbox from Shanghai. Now, in Shanghai, instead of the traditional British stylings, they actually go for a little bit of a more bluish coloration, with the cyan body, the dark blue base, and then the purple backing on the lettering, which is really quite nice. I'll have pictures of each of these on one of the sides of the screen for your viewing pleasure and visual reference. Over here, we have a German public postbox with yellow and sort of deep grey on its base, as well as, again, the frontal lettering that is really quite lovely. This one, in particular, is very similar to the first 3 that we have, but is in green. This one you will find most in Ireland. I think I've spelled Ireland wrong. I have. There's an E in here somewhere. There we go. But yes, the British postbox is very similar to the Irish postbox, except that the Irish postbox comes in varying shades of green, though it's kind of difficult to tell which is the agreed upon colour. Moving on, we have the American home postbox. These are private postboxes that you will find on most streets in America, posted right outside the house or right next to the road. They have a little flag on the side to indicate whether letters are being put in to be taken out by the mailman or to be filled up with various letters that are being delivered. Next up, we have the Japanese public postbox. This is one of several designs that I found, but this seems to be the easiest one to replicate in Minecraft. So we have this orange body. Now, as you all have noticed, I've been using sort of shulker boxes to give the upper section of these postboxes a bit more texture, but these are not openable. We also have, as you may note, on the front of this, no white box with black lettering. Instead, the Japanese postbox actually just has white lettering over a blank front, which honestly, I don't mind. It looks quite nice. Next up, we have the American public postal box. Now, this one was actually quite difficult to replicate in Minecraft due to the fact that the American public postbox is actually domed on the top, and some of them have this strange sort of jutting section on the front, which honestly is a little bit strange. But we did actually manage to do a passable job replicating this. Again, these shulker boxes are simply for decoration and cannot be opened, but maybe if you want to remove the carpets that are on the top and flip them around, you might be able to use them as direct deposit points for postal systems. I should preface this entire thing by saying these postal box designs were originally inspired by Grian from their video on the Hermitcraft server, or was it Pearl's video? The design was by Grian, but I saw it in Pearl's video because I don't think they've uploaded their video yet. Regardless, all of these original designs were inspired by that particular design, though I have made a few changes to suit my own style. Next up, we have our two final pieces. Now, these are the postboxes that are quite different in comparison to everything else that we have going on here. This is a public postbox from Brazil. Now, I was honestly a little bit intrigued by how I was going to manage this particular postbox in Minecraft. It's a little larger than I'd like, they all are, but honestly, I think I did a pretty good job, all things considered. The Brazilian postbox is actually more of an antique-style postbox, but it does look very interesting, very different to any other postboxes from around the world. And lastly, we have the Budapest postboxes. This particular set of postboxes are much smaller, though on a similar design to the Brazilian postboxes. They're a lot smaller, they're a lot shorter, but they still have this sort of interesting stylization that sets them apart from the rest of the world stage. Honestly, though, all of these postboxes have their own unique styles and tastes, and I, for one, like all of them. If you happen to be living in one of these countries, then feel free to use these designs. If you are living in a country that has an interesting and strange postbox that I have not seen before, please do let me know down in the comments. Let me know what it looks like, and send me some pictures of builds of postboxes you guys do in Minecraft. I would be most interested to see. At any rate, ladies and gentlemen, that is all I have time for today. Thank you very much for watching, and well, we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.